Students, we are on active and passive voice. Students, keep in mind that there are two basic rules for converting sentences from active to passive. Basic rule में सबसे पहला rule ये क्या है? The place of subject and object will be interchanged in sentences. यानी कि पैसिव वॉइस को बनाते हुए सब्जेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट की जगह जाएगा और ऑब्जेक्ट सब्जेक्ट की जगह आएगा. सेकंड इज मेन ओनली थर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ड यानी पास्ट पार्टिसिपल यूज की जाएगी जब हम एक्टिव को पैसिव में कन्वर्ट करेंगे. Now, the rules for using auxiliary verbs in a sentence are different for each tense. Auxiliary verb के जो यूज है वो हर टेंस के अकॉर्डिंगली डिफरेंट है. हम इन सारे टेंस को वन बाय वन डिस्कस करेंगे. द फर्स्ट इज प्रेजेंट सिंपल टेंस, कि अगर एक्टिव वॉइस में प्रेजेंट सिंपल टेंस का सेंटेंस आ जाता है तो हम उसको पैसिव वॉइस में कैसे चेंज करेंगे. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपको ये आइडेंटिफिकेशन होनी चाहिए कि ये कौन सा टेंस है और उसके बाद आपको प्रेजेंट सिंपल टेंस की पैसिव वॉइस की आइडेंटिफिकेशन भी होनी चाहिए. तो जब आप ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब्स की बात करेंगे पैसिव वॉइस की प्रेजेंट सिंपल टेंस की तो वो हमेशा इज, एम, आर होंगे. अगर एक्टिव वॉइस में सेंटेंस प्रेजेंट सिंपल टेंस में है तो हेल्पिंग वर्ब पैसिव वॉइस में इज, एम, आर यूज होंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ही राइट्स अ लेटर. व्हेन वी कन्वर्ट दिस सेंटेंस इनटू पैसिव, अ लेटर इज रिटन बाय हिम. अगर हम इस पर रूल अप्लाई करें तो सबसे पहला जो रूल था वो हमने सब्जेक्ट और ऑब्जेक्ट को इंटरचेंज किया. बिल्कुल किया. हमने लेटर को ही की जगह लेके आए और ही को हम लेटर की जगह लेके गए. देन द ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब कीप इन दिस थिंग माइंड के प्रेजेंट सिंपल टेंस में जो पैसिव वॉइस है उसमें हमेशा इज, एम, आर यूज करते हैं. हमने इज लगाया क्योंकि लेटर सिंगुलर नाउन है तो लेटर के साथ हमने इज लगाया. उसके साथ थर्ड फॉर्म यानी कि पास्ट पार्टिसिपल एंड देन वी हैव बाय और उसके बाद हमारे पास सब्जेक्ट. दूसरा सेंटेंस एग्जांपल में देखें, दे सेल बुक्स. बुक्स आर सोल्ड बाय देम. क्योंकि बुक्स बहुत ज्यादा हैं, नाउन जो है वो प्लूरल है, दैट्स व्हाई वी आर यूजिंग हियर आर एंड देन सेल विल चेंज इनटू सोल्ड. अगर पास्ट पार्टिसिपल की बात की जाए उसके बाद हमारे पास बाय एंड देन सब्जेक्ट. नाउ कमिंग टुवर्ड्स द नेक्स्ट टेंस दैट इज प्रेजेंट कॉन्टिन्यूअस टेंस. अगर एक्टिव वॉइस में प्रेजेंट कॉन्टिन्यूअस टेंस है तो व्हाट आर दोस चेंजेस वी कैन फॉलो टू चेंज द एक्टिव वॉइस इनटू पैसिव वॉइस. Auxiliary verbs, students, keep in mind, are used in passive voice while converting a present progressive tense into passive. Keep in mind is being, are being and am being. So you will use is being, are being and am being in passive while converting a present continuous sentence into passive. For example, here is a present continuous sentence. She is singing a song. ये एक प्रेजेंट कॉन्टिन्यूअस सेंटेंस है, इसको हमने कन्वर्ट करना है पैसिव वॉइस में. सबसे पहले रूल अप्लाई करें. सबसे पहला रूल क्या है कि सब्जेक्ट को ऑब्जेक्ट की जगह ले आए, अ सॉन्ग. बिल्कुल. ऑब्जेक्ट को सब्जेक्ट की जगह ले आए, अ सॉन्ग. इज बीइंग, यहां पे हेल्पिंग वर्ब इंट्रोड्यूस होगा, बीइंग. इज बीइंग संग. संग इज द थर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ सिंगिंग. सिंग थर्ड फॉर्म यानी पास्ट पार्टिसिपल. सिंग की थर्ड फॉर्म यानी sung हो जाएगी. That is, then we have by and then we have subject her. The next is she singing a song? Is a song being sung by her? Now moving towards the present continuous tense, the auxiliary verbs changes in present continuous tense is being. For example, when an active sentence is in present continuous tense and when we convert that active into passive, we always use is being in passive voice of present continuous tense. Student, ये बात आपको मैं दोबारा बताता चलूं कि आप उस वक्त तक एक एक्टिव को पैसिव में चेंज नहीं कर सकते जब तक आपको एक्टिव का टेंस मालूम ना हो. टेंसेस की इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए आप मेरी पिछली टेंसेस के बारे में वीडियो देखें. फर्स्ट आइडेंटिफिकेशन लें कि व्हाट आर द आइडेंटिफिकेशन कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ टेंसेस, उसको गो थ्रू करें. उसके बाद आपके लिए टेंसेस को कन्वर्ट करना बिल्कुल इजी हो जाएगा क्योंकि सबसे हाफ जो काम है वो टेंस को आइडेंटिफाई करना है. Once you identify the tense, अगर आपको tense की identification पता चल गई, then you can easily convert that sentence into passive voice. Now, passive में जब present continuous को change करेंगे तो हम हमेशा is being use करेंगे as a auxiliary verb. For example, she is singing a song. In passive voice, this sentence can be written as a song is being sung by her. They are eating apples. Apples are being eaten by them. Or we can say apples are being eaten. You are disturbing me. I am being disturbed by you. The next is present perfect tense. Student, auxiliary verbs used in passive voice of present perfect tense is has been and have been. क्योंकि प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस के ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब्स तो थे, वो हैज और हैव थे, जब हम इसको पैसिव में चेंज करेंगे तो हैज बीन और हैव बीन हो जाएगा. फॉर एग्जांपल, ही हैज कंप्लीटेड द वर्क. दिस sentence is in active voice of present perfect tense. Now when we convert this sentence into passive voice, we will use the auxiliary verb has been. The work has been completed by him. He has not completed the work. The work has not been completed by him. I have made some cakes. Some cakes have been made by me. So student, moving towards the past tense, past simple tense में जो auxiliary changes होंगी, for example, अगर एक sentence past simple tense में है तो उसकी auxiliary verbs की changes passive voice में जो होंगी वो was और verb होंगी. That depends कहाँ पे was use करेंगे, कहाँ पे verb use करेंगे, ये depend करेगा हमारे object पे कि object जो है वो अगर singular है तो was, अगर plural है तो verb. She decorated the walls. The walls were decorated by her. Did he buy a car? Was a car bought by him? I helped them. They were helped by me. Coming towards the next tense, that is past continuous. The changes occur in past continuous tense in passive voice is was being and were being. For example, there is a sentence in past continuous tense that is she was washing a shirt. So when we convert this sentence into passive voice, we will use was being as our auxiliary helping verb or auxiliary verbs. A shirt was being washed by her. Boys were singing songs. Songs were being sung by the boys. Was she washing a shirt? Was a shirt being washed by her? Moving towards the third of past tense, that is past perfect tense. The auxiliary changes in past perfect tense of passive voice is had been. Keep in mind the auxiliary verb, or we can say helping verb of past tense active sentence is had. When we convert that into passive voice, will change into had been. For example, they had won the game. The game had been won by them. All the rules को भी जरा रिवाइज कर लें. They had won the game. Now यहां पे ऑब्जेक्ट सब्जेक्ट की जगह चला गया और सब्जेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट की जगह चला गया. The game had been auxiliary verb of passive voice. Won means third form of the verb. By them, that means by is the, we can say by rule जो हम by use करते हैं before subject, and them is subject. Had they won the game? Had the game been won by them? He had collected coins. Coins had been collected by him. Coming towards the future tense. Future tense, the auxiliary changes in future tense are will be. क्योंकि future simple tense में will जो है वो auxiliary verb है active voice का, जब वो passive voice में convert होगा तो वो will be हो जाएगा. For example, she will write a poem. This is active sentence. When we convert it into passive, it will happen in this way that a poem will be written by her. You will receive the letter. The letter will be received by you. They will arrange the money. The money will be arranged by them. Will she write a poem? Will a poem be written by her? Coming towards the last tense, that is future perfect tense, and what are the changes in auxiliary verb will happen in this tense, that auxiliary verb will be changed into will have been. We always use the auxiliary verb will have been in passive voice of future perfect tense. For example, he will have received the letter. When we convert this sentence into passive, it will happen in this way, that the letter will have been received by him. Will he have received the letter? Will the letter have been received by him? Students, keep in mind that the sentences of the following tenses cannot be changed into passive. Number 1, the present perfect continuous cannot be changed into passive voice. Past perfect continuous cannot be changed into passive voice. Future perfect continuous cannot be changed into passive voice. Future continuous cannot be changed into passive voice. And those sentences which are having intransitive verbs cannot be changed into passive voice. Thank you.